I am currently unemployed. It is really hard to find a full time job here in Australia. The future of international students and mine really depends on full time jobs. Alright, hello. Welcome back to another video on this channel. Firstly, again, I would like to just thank all of y'all for the love and support that you've been pouring in on each and every video. Comment down below if you want me to create videos on a particular topic. Also, happy for you to reach out to me either on Instagram or LinkedIn if you have personalized questions. I've been helping out a lot of people with personalized voice notes or even getting on a call if both the parties have the time. So really appreciate all of you all being there and supporting me. I hope the videos are adding value. This video is sort of a life update slash reality check as well for people that are coming to Australia. As you would have seen from the intro of the video, I am currently unemployed, but not really. So basically, I'll tell you a little bit, a little bit of context, and then I'll get into the video on in terms of full-time jobs, the reality of full-time jobs, and how our literal future depends on it. So, I'll take you back to 2023. So, I graduated with the Bachelor's of Business in Marketing on the 10th of December 2023. And I got my full-time job even before I graduated. A lot of you would have seen this exact line on the description of my YouTube channel. Yeah, I mean, I really am really proud of it, really proud of that achievement. That's why, hence, I've put that there. And that's why a lot of people would also be consuming my content because they feel that, if somebody has been able to do that, then they might be making videos to help us do the same, which my ultimate aim is. But while I'm doing that, my responsibility is also to give you constant reality checks, also life updates about myself, where I am in my migration journey and what's happening. So going back to 2023, I had solidified a full-time job on the 27th of November 2023. So literally before 13 days before graduating, I had a full-time job. I had a contract in my hand, which was really good, right? But something that a lot of people don't know, that it was just a 3-month contract. So here in Australia, you can either be permanent full-time, like you can be in a permanent full-time position, or you can be on a contractual basis. A lot of organizations, what they do is that when they get on a new person, they generally offer a year contract or a 2-year contract, or it can be the case as well that one of their employees might have gone on a maternity leave, for example, and you might just be coming in for 8 to 9 months in that role. So that is a big trend, a big culture here in Australia, which is completely fine, right? You come into the organization for a particular project, you do that, and then you leave. For me, it was a 3-month contract because it was a very well reputed organization, a government organization. So I think it was more so to for them to also have a feel of me in the role because I was really young, inexperienced. And also, as they told me, was that it's basically they're also giving themselves some time to figure out if they want to change the job description, what the hierarchy should look like in their organization for that particular team. So a little bit about me, I got into a digital marketing role. So I'm mostly managing social media content, website, etc. Right? So that contract was from January to April. So that's 3 months. But fortunately, they really liked me. I hit the ground running, and that position was extended to a year contract at the end of March. So basically, I have a contract. I'm currently, today is the 11th of March when I'm making this video. I'm currently employed till the 31st of March. But what changed? So during in Australia, what happens is that there are mid-year performance reviews, mid-contract performance reviews that happen, And in my performance review, I was told that since it was an automatic renewal of the contract from the 3 months from January to April to then a year from 31st of March to 31st of March 2025, um, I was told that during my performance review, I was told that I have to reapply and re-interview for the role. So they took in applications in December, interviews in January and February for either me to restart or for the new person to start in the start of March 2025. Unfortunately, I applied, I interviewed, but I couldn't make it to getting the actual position. So a new person was brought in for the same role that I was doing. So currently, my last day at my full-time work was technically Friday, the 28th of February. I'm still getting paid for a month, but that is my annual leaves and a couple of other leaves that I'm getting for the rest of this month. So technically, I have the whole of this month to apply and interview and get a job, which is turning out to be really, really hard for me. So I was like, I'll give you a life update, also give you a reality check, right? Now, I'd like to go towards two, pathways. One, for a new person like yourself who will be applying for full-time roles. A lot of roles and job descriptions require experience, right? 1 years of experience, 3 years of experience, 5 years of experience. But that does mean that you can't apply for those roles. What I'll tell you, my top tip would be for you to be capable to apply for those roles is that start doing practical work, start doing internships, make a portfolio. Like for example, I can talk about marketing. I'm in marketing, right? I treated myself as an internship. I created content on YouTube, Instagram, for different organizations, but I was able to get those roles for different organizations only because I was putting myself out there on these sort of platforms, on LinkedIn as well, right? So whatever your occupation may be, get some portfolio, get some practical work in, because only through that route you will get a full-time job. Is my top tip. Secondly, now coming to myself, I technically have 1.5 years of full-time experience with a well-reputed organization. Where am I lacking? I really don't know at this point. But you know what? I've given 2 interviews till now. And both the interviews I've gotten through references, through coffees that I've set up by reaching out to people in my network on LinkedIn. So that is my second tip. Rely on websites like Seek, LinkedIn, Indeed for job applications. But I would say spend 40% of your time there and 60% of time on reaching out to your network, exhausting your network when it comes to getting a job. Now, network, you will grow that network throughout your studies, that like I've done. And now when there's a time of need, when I actually need my network, I'm reaching out to them. So obviously I've interviewed for a couple of roles, waiting to hear back. Hopefully this week, by the end of this week, I should have a job, hopefully. But if I don't, next week is a new week. I'll start applying at new roles, start interviewing, etc., etc. Saying that, it's not all that negative. Again, as I told you, given 2 interviews, reaching out to my network, I've been getting replies from the job that I've applied at Seek as well. One of the interviews was through that. But my top tip, my ultimate tip would be exhaust your network, reach out to your network, right? That will pay you huge dividends. And another thing, pray for me, because the thing is, another aspect of the video that want to talk about is how do full-time jobs affect our future. So once you graduate, you basically have 6 months. No, you basically have to work full-time for 6 months for you to be eligible to apply for your PR. This is a new rule, new condition that was brought in last year, where doesn't matter whichever occupation you're in, you need to work full-time, more than 30 hours a week every week for 6 months for you to be eligible to apply for your PR. So you might have picked the top course in the PR list and, you know, done whatever your agent might have told you, but you have to get a job and you have to work for 6 months. For me, I had to work for a year. I applied for my skills assessment through VetAssess. Got a positive skills assessment because I was working in the marketing occupation for a year. And now I am on the way to be applying for my PR. But the thing is, for my PR to be eligible, for it to be valid, I need to show continuous employment in my occupation until I get my invite, which might take some time, right? So that's how it affects our future. Full-time jobs affects our migrants' future. If you need a detailed video, comment down below. I'll make that. So that was a bit of a life update slash reality check of jobs, full-time jobs in Australia. There are a lot of jobs out there, but the thing is, how do you get one? And that is where I come in. I come in to help you. I come in to, you know, give you these sort of updates, give you these sort of reality checks, so that you're prepared in terms of what to do and what not to do. If you have any questions, again, reach out anywhere. A lot of you haven't subscribed till now, so I would ask you to subscribe. Yeah, if you have any questions, if you want me to make a video on any particular topic, let me know and I'll do that. Other than that, I'll see you in the next one.